Hey gamers and dragons, Star here. Today we're diving into the Friday, August 1st NASDAQ Micro MNQ session starting at 8:30 a.m. Central. We'll be learning what a good trade looks like as well as when not to trade. I've got 5 charts up, the 5-minute, the 15-minute, the 1-minute candlesticks, plus the Heikin-Ashi views for the 5-minute and the 15-minute. This isn't a normal Heikin-Ashi chart because I've also scripted it to include the regular candles underneath so that I can see what's actually happening with these candles while it's showing the Heikin-Ashi on top of it. Rather than just backtesting static candles at the end of the day, this is about learning what clean trades look like in real time just before the good trade starts. We'll learn about knowing when to stay in or get out. Let's start with the 5-minute chart. I'm using the 920 EMA cloud for momentum, the 50 EMA for my directional bias, longs above, shorts below, and the 200 EMA for broader structure. The cloud slope tells me when momentum is building. Heikin-Ashi filters out noise and helps me stay in the trade when the candles change color. I also use the equal volume candles to help determine if there's a lot of momentum behind that candle. I know one of the biggest issues on day trading is knowing how far to set your profit target. You don't want it to be so far that it reverses and you get stopped out. You don't want it to be so low that you miss out on a good trade. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at our 15-minute chart, and we see that this is set to 5 days, and over the last 5 days, we are actually at an all-time low here. When I'm looking at the candles, we could probably get a good 8 candles at this $50 candle height. So I'm going to go down and hit $400. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to back test, and let's right click our data series and change this from 5 days to 30 days and see if we get some pivot levels that we can mark on our chart to see if it supports that. I could mark the lowest swing levels here on the chart. I prefer to maybe go a little bit higher to allow wiggle room just in case it can't go down to the lowest area. And that would click off these several. You've got this, all about the same level, which now if we go look at our goal here, it's about the same place. So I'm pretty happy with the $400 goal. Now I'm measuring the stop loss. I'm using the risk reward indicator from the 920 EMA cloud to the 50 EMA. It's under $100. So I'm going to be using the ATM strategy for the $100 stop loss and the $400 profit target. Okay, let's go ahead and press play and see what happens. Let's speed this up because none of us want to be here all day. Our time is now 8:30 a.m. and we're getting a nice big fat red candle on the 1-minute, but let's slow this down a little bit because you're not going to be seeing it that fast. Okay, so now at 8:31, we had a green candle go up. Notice our cloud was not fat and descending. Our cloud here was a little bit descending, but it wasn't. We still have green over here on this candle. Okay, we also have here a swing level. We want to make sure that there's a closed candle after our swing level. We can also use the 2-minute chart to avoid some of that noise that you get on the 1-minute chart. We want to wait for a close, see if it closes below that swing level, and then we can enter. So we're going to wait for this 5-minute candle to close. And if it closes outside of this swing level, we'll know this is a good entry point for us if it's continuing to be fat. And notice our volume here is we have 12,000 volume, but this candle has picked up to almost 40,000 volume. Notice our cloud is descending just a tad bit. We had our red crossover here at 8 o'clock this morning. We have about 45 more seconds until this candle closes. We can see whether it's closing inside the zone or outside the zone. I do like to get in when price is returning back to tap the cloud or toward the cloud so that I can get as close to that cloud as possible. Okay, I click the sell, but I'm waiting for the candle to be the right color to enter. Notice my Heikin-Ashis are all red. My 15 minutes still at the swing level. It hasn't gone below. Now everything's red and I can go ahead and enter. Now let's go ahead and speed this up a little. Notice our cloud is descending. We're below the 50 MA, so only take shorts below the 50, only take longs when it's above. Over here on our Heikin-Ashi, we've got some real strong candles, and we're looking at the dark reds because underneath are the actual candle colors. Okay, so I entered a little bit too soon because price did change back to green and is heading back up to the cloud. We're not seeing the dollar values on here. So one way to fix that is just change back to the 4-minute and then over to the 5-minute again. And that usually throws our numbers back on our buy stop, buy limit indicators. So our second candle closed below our first one. Our third candle started below again, and so we're pretty safe staying in our trade. We're going to put a trend line on here to mark the tops of these candles to kind of show where we might expect the candles to go if we've got a smooth ride. If the candles end up going out of that trend line, then it might be a sign that things are going to reverse and we need to be careful. Okay, we're on ×3 speed. Let's make it ×6. Okay, so now we've got a green candle forming here. We want to be careful, see if it goes above there and closes above that trend line. It's not really going up just yet. It's just kind of hovering at this area. So we're going to just wait a little bit. Now what I can do is I can pull my stop loss here and also put it just above this candle here. So that would give me my $100 goal for the day. But we're thinking that it's going to continue on down. So we just want to hold that. And sure enough, there it goes. Target filled. And now we've filled our target. Okay, so we have the $400 from that trade. And so basically, this is what you want to look for. You want to look at what's happening on the 15-minute chart. You've got your solid reds going down. You want to look at the Heikin-Ashis. They're red. We want to look at the cloud for the 2-minute cloud or the 1-minute, depending on which you prefer. And we saw that the red went down here, and now it's turned green again and going back up. And we've got here over on our 5-minute, it had a crossover here at 8 o'clock, and the cloud was sideways for a long time until open, and then it went down, and we see that the cloud is getting fatter and descending. It's still fat here, which is the reason that I wanted to stay in. The Heikin-Ashis were still red and going down lower. Look at the reds here. And so that indicated that it was good to stay in. And so I've got my $400 profit, and I'm done with that trade. That's it for August 1st. I'm not here to pretend I knew everything in real time. I'm here to show you what clarity looks like when it's happening. Good trades aren't just entries, they're clean structure, disciplined exits, and multi-chart confirmation. If you want more breakdowns like this, drop a comment or hit me up. Thanks. See you next time.